Hello and welcome to this new video on the series of my channel Change and Innovation. So I'm coming back after a little break as during this time I was focused on my other channel, YouTube channel, which is Be Your Best. That's on personal development, self development principle. So that's my other area of expertise. For just to add to my introduction that I gave in the first video. So I'm also a neuro-linguistic master practitioner and a coach, and I am also into self-development workshops. So I've been doing that as a distinct track or a parallel track in my career for the past 18 years now. So I started with small coaching, then I graduated into these concepts, bigger workshops. So I have done those workshops in the organizations where I've worked, and also when I was a freelancer in between for close to 5 years put together. So there I have conducted those workshops. So that's my other area of expertise. And I have blended a lot of those principles from self-development, NLP fields into my change and innovation workshops. So I have blended those to quite an extent. So I will encourage you to join my other channel also, which is Be Your Best. And let's continue in this series. So in today's video, I'll be talking about disruptive innovation. Now, disruptive innovation is a relatively new term that has, even though the term has been existing for close to 2 decades, but recently it has picked up steam due to a lot of innovations that have been done by Apple, which disrupted the music industry first through its iPod, then it disrupted the mobile industry through a smartphone. And we have the likes of Uber, Facebook, Twitter, all these that have changed the landscape completely. Even internet was a disruptive innovation at that point in time. So now coming to this concept, how is it different? So innovation is nothing new. It has been existing, and a lot of organizations say that they have been doing innovation. So how is this form of innovation different from what we call as sustaining innovation? So the innovation that we are used to is known as sustaining innovation. An example, let's say I have this marker. Now the company improves the process of creating this. It makes an improvement in this quality of this marker. So that is known as sustaining innovation, which is when you take what you have, make it better, and make it enhance its features, then it becomes a sustaining innovation. But when we talk of disruptive innovation, it is about creating new markets or simplifying existing solutions that are there and taking them to a larger chunk of customers or to totally new markets. So if you ask me what is at the core of it, the core of this is targeting non-consumption. Now we have our existing set of customers, but there are certain people who are not yet consuming a particular product or a service. A very good example from Indian market is the mobile technology. When Airtel launched mobility, it was a premium service, but it didn't cause any disruption in the market. But it was Reliance that took it to the masses. The mobile phone was taken to the masses by Reliance, which was soon adopted by the other players. So they targeted non-consumption, people who we could never have imagined that they would use a mobile phone. So that's how it started. So if you look at the history, 95% of the disruptions have started with non-consumption. Now if you look at the automobile market in US, how it penetrated the Japanese cars, if you track that history, then the Korean cars disrupted those, and now the Chinese cars are disrupting the market there. So it all starts with the totally a new segment, totally a new product. So there are two things to that. So a disruptive innovation, actually, so how do you start your disruptive journey? That is by asking a question that why certain people are not consuming our product or a service. So what are the reasons for non-consumption? So the organizations that have asked this question, they have come to these answers, that the reasons could be that people don't find it simple, they don't find the solution affordable, and they don't find it easily accessible. So aim of disruptive innovation is that to remove these causes of non-consumption, which is you make what you have or what exists in the industry simpler, make it more affordable, and make it more accessible. Now Uber, example of Uber, taxis market existed, taxis were there in the market. So what they did, if you look at, they passed the test, it made it simpler, services also became affordable, and through web, through an app, it became accessible to a larger number of people. So lot of people who were not consuming, the non-consumers, they started on that uh, consuming those services. So typically, this is the journey how a disruptive player starts. Now, you may be a leader in your market, but a potential disruptor may be starting small. Maybe what you already have, he or he is offering the same product or a service, but it's targeting a segment which you don't want to target at this point in time, or which you are ignoring. So that's how it starts. So keeping an eye in the industry is also a part of market intelligence. So that's it. So now disruptive innovation creates new markets. Also, it is about creating new products. So iPhone or smartphone, I would say, was a new product. Now the challenge which comes, like when you talk of disruptive innovation, you will face typically the leaders and the people who are at the helm of things. They would say, first thing they would say is, let's talk to our customers, let's understand their needs. There's no harm in that, but that will only give us ideas for sustaining innovation, which is how do we make what we have better. Now, assume had Apple started asking Nokia and other mobile phone users that what else do you want in your phone? What could have been an answer? Maybe some additional features, some enhancements in the base Nokia product. So they would have come with a mobile phone a little better than Nokia. But they didn't ask too many questions to the existing customers. What they did, they visualized where the market is going. The technology is converging. So convergence was an upcoming trend. So how do you capitalize on that convergence? That enabled them to create a smartphone. So now in a smartphone, a consumer has everything. I have everything. I can pay my bills. I can transfer funds. I can do anything using a small gadget called a smartphone. So that disruption came not from understanding the existing needs, but it tapped something known as latent needs. So this is where real disruption happens. When you start visualizing what could be the latent needs, where the market is going, where the industry is going, what are the additional upcoming technologies, and how do I as a player start capitalizing on them and create something which will be of value to my consumers. So latent needs identification becomes a key. And these days, analytics is playing a key role, especially the predictive analytics that actually caters to identifying these latent needs. So that's one way which organizations are increasingly adopting for that. So this is in this video, I just thought I'll introduce the concept, and in the upcoming videos, we'll go into some details of how organizations can actually implement disruptive innovation, what kind of change they need to bring about in their structures, systems, processes, the ways of thinking. How do you enable people to think big? So those will be continuing in this series in the next set of videos. So just to summarize, in this video we talked about disruptive innovation. How is it different from sustaining innovation? Where sustaining innovation is taking something which we already have, making it better. Disruptive innovation starts by targeting non-consumption, by understanding reasons for non-consumption, which lies in making things simpler, affordable and accessible. It can create new markets if it caters to these three things, or we can create new products by understanding what could be the latent needs of our consumers in our industry. So that's in a nutshell what we talked about today. Now, so if you like this video, I once again request to subscribe to my channel and maybe have a look at my other channel also, Be Your Best. So I'll come to additional topics in this video, in the upcoming video in this series. So till I see you next, bye bye.